Folks, in the earlier video, I was discussing with you about the universal consciousness, the divine mind, behind the human mind in the form of a ray of white light, divine light, which is in the kingdom of God. And I also talking about the fact that sense that divine mind or universal consciousness sends a very powerful choiceless, what you call choiceless awareness inside the human mind, and that manifests as the attention in the human mind, and that attention during human life from childhood mixes with various thoughts in the mind and creates a false I am feeling inside your mind. And human beings live a life, what is called human life, as per the wishes, as dictated by this false I in the human mind. As opposed to this, if that divine choiceless awareness or attention is not mixed with any of the divisive thoughts in the mind, it has tremendous power. And that's what I want to talk to you about today in this video, and how it will change and create an era of unconditional love that many religions are talking about, imagining, but none of these religions, based on their imagined gods, can bring about that era of divine unconditional love. I'll talk about how this change will happen very briefly in this video. This will happen, this is important. This change will be brought about not by an avatar, whether it is Kalki or Jesus or any such entity, but the very being, the very human being that are living right now. They will change and they will bring about this era of unconditional love in the near future. That's what I'm going to talk about today. The reason why I thought I will talk about this in the Tamil video as well as in this English video is because one of my Tamil viewers is saying that I am able to see the power of this divisionless mind, divisionless unconditional love, and I'm able to live that life in my own life, in my own way, getting rid of all the divisions in my mind. But I haven't experienced any spiritual experience, any divine experience beyond the seventh chakra, or that I haven't experienced this divine white light, and so on, so on. And I communicated to her through WhatsApp message that you do not have to experience spiritual experiences, the presence of divine beyond the human mind, but yet you can be an instrument to bring about this change in this world. Normally, when a father or a mother looks at his or her child, it always contains the feeling that this is my daughter or son, or I am her or his mother or father, and I will bring up that child according to my religious beliefs. But when there is no such division in your mind, in yourself, in your false eye, that there are conditions, way of living according to a specific religions, then your look at the child will be very different. And I've talked briefly in the earlier video how to bring about this change, this divisionless self, the divisionless mind. Yet you can lead a normal life. And when you look at a child without any division, without trying to teach any religious beliefs, without trying to condition her or him that you should amass wealth, fame, you have to be a very, very powerful person in the world. You have to lead a luxurious life, the brightest, the most powerful position in the mankind, in human life. If you are not trying to communicate that kind of information to a child, because you don't have that kind of thoughts in your own human mind, that child will be immediately attracted to your sight, your look, tremendously. That attention in your mind, that divine awareness without any division in your mind will bring about a look, a divine look through your eyes. And that divine look will totally attract your child. He or she will see, Mom and Dad, you look differently today. How come? I see there is so much love inside from you coming. What happened? The same way, when a boy dating a girl or a girl is dating a boy, typically, especially in the Western culture, there is always this powerful feeling of sexual thought. It is not really based on whether you lived in Western culture or Eastern culture. But generally, that's what happens in the world among boys and girls in these days. Even after marriage, when husband and wife, most of the cases, look at each other, the thing that dominates is in the beginning of the marriage, the newly married couple, it's always sex, most of the time, in most of the cases. But later, always the idea how to bring about the children, the most powerful children, wealthiest children, famous children, and so on. How to make money, and all these thoughts dominate. When these thoughts dominate, and when you look at your husband or wife or your parents, that look is very different. But when you look at the human being, fellow human beings, husband or wife, father or mother, without any division, with that choiceless awareness, divisionless mind, that attention in your divisionless mind, when it comes out through your eyes, it has a different power. You may ask, is it possible to lead such a life? The reason why you are asking such question is, for centuries and centuries, even religious people have imprinted in your mind such a life, divine life, with pure awareness, the divine love expressing through your look, dominating your life, cannot be lived. It's impractical. It's only possible by certain people living in a forest, saints, and so on, divine avatars. But if you understand, and as I said in my previous video, updating yourself, changing yourself, being taught by this life, the powerful teacher, ever known, that's your life. Whenever there is some issues, sadness, disappointment, depression in your life, in your mind, always if you are aware that there is some ignorance, division in your mind, and if you try to get rid of it, you lead very, very peaceful. You may not be the most powerful person in the world, but you lead a very peaceful, loving life in your family. You don't have to be a priest. You don't have to be a preacher. You don't have to read all your scriptures all the time. You don't have to go to temple. People started going to temple because basically they are afraid. They are afraid of the future. This fear has come out, or has been imprinted in the human mind by ignorance. The beginning by what is called the initial ignorance, or what Christianity call initial temptation. Great mistake, prompted by the snake, the Satan, and so on and so on. It's actually, as I've been saying, that's nothing but your ignorance. You've forgotten your divinity. You've forgotten you are really the divine mind behind you in the white light. By living in this world with this ignorance, you have collected more and more divisions in your mind, and because of that, you have suffered. You don't know how to live with the nature, and you created the fear, tremendous fear. And to get rid of this fear, you started worshipping, creating various kinds of idols, various kinds of religions, and so on. But if you remove all these divisions, there is a divine mind behind you, the divine universal consciousness, which has the whole universe as its body. The love for everything, unconditional love for everything, as its unifying force. And that's what you really are. If you realize, and when you look at your wife, or husband, or children, father, mother, or somebody who is working with you or work for you in the world, or is somebody who you see in day-to-day life, in your workplace, etc., etc. The divisionless mind inside you will let that choiceless, pure awareness with full of love inside your mind. And that attention, which appears as attention in your mind, that pure awareness which appears as attention, when it is expressed through your look, through your eyes, that will have tremendous power. That is what will change the conflict among the nations, in your family, between various races, white, brown, black, yellow, and so on and so on. That love will let other people also live, cooperate with each other. The mankind will cooperate with each other instead of competing with each other. Instead of fighting with each other, trying to suppress the other country, you'll cooperate with the other country. The very love will allow you to respect other culture. But divisionless culture, it's not your culture and my culture, it's the culture of the divine mind behind everybody, which is same. There is, at that point, there is no Christian divine mind or Hindu divine mind or Muslim divine mind, whatever. It is just universal consciousness. And that is what was the time of creation. The consciousness the human beings have created in their own mind, whether you are a priest, you are a saint, or whatever, who has tremendous affection for your own God, is full of division. That can create only conflict. The family life will be based on this love that I'm talking about, unconditional love that you're talking about. There won't be any divorces. You will not leave, the husband will not leave wife with a child, helpless child, helpless single mother that you see these days. There will not be any fight between religions. When you look at the other person, you will not see as an Muslim person or Hindu person. or a Jewish person or a Buddhistic person or all. Just because I'm talking all these things, please do not think that my intention is to become the leader of a group trying to bring a change, an avatar, whether it is Kalki or Jesus Christ or anybody, Mahdi or anybody, according to scriptures, trying to bring about the change. At some point in the future, whatever I'm talking about now will become part of everybody's mind. That will come automatically from your own divine mind behind you if you remove all your ignorances. There won't be any leader. There won't be any religion. Nobody will create a religion after me. I'll make sure that I will not become famous. But my teaching will pierce through each and every human being. If we do not allow it, the nature will destroy you. And mankind will destroy each other. Everybody is talking about World War III. They are talking about the fact that Russia, China, sometimes they include India also on the one side, the so-called Eastern power, with the Western power, create a World War III. And everybody is positioning, the two groups are positioning, trying to pull people, like countries like India and so on, other countries, to their side. Getting ready to fight the Third World War and destroy most of humanity. If things go as it is happening right now, that's what human beings will do. When I've been saying that there will be a tremendous catastrophic destruction in the world, forthcoming world, unless this divisive mind is eradicated. I'm not cursing such a catastrophic event to World War III. I'm just only warning you. You may ask, who are you to warn? Just consider me as a fellow citizen, fellow human being. Think about whether this is what I'm saying makes sense or not, and change and express that divine, divisionless look through your eyes on everything that you come across in the world. And it will be possible. I lead that life even today. That doesn't mean that I don't have ups and downs in my life. There are, but I know how to manage from the viewpoint of this divisionless mind. As I said, there won't be any leader. There won't be any spiritual leader. There won't be any avatar, powerful avatar. Everybody who are remaining after this catastrophic war will realize what I've been saying, and then let the divine consciousness, the divine love dominate in their mind and in their look in their day-to-day life. And that is what will be the future of this mankind. The era of unconditional love will be dawn. everybody will become divine. They will understand the divine consciousness inside them, behind them, expressing through their mind. Folks, that's what I want to talk to you today. If you have any question or difference of opinion, don't run away. Ask me questions. Send me your comment. I will respond. And wait for this catastrophic destruction and the year of divine love thereafter. Talk to you soon, folks.